What's up, everyone? We are here with a 2008 Yukon GMC Denali. Problem we're having here is that the window motor, the regulator, has broken. It's not letting the window go up and down. So we're going to be showing you how to fix it. All right. So help me today is my son Emiliano.
Hi, what's up?
All right. You're going to come over here, and I already loosened it up for you. But anyways, you're going to pull this off right here, and you're going to pull this cap off. I'm going to set all your parts off to the side. And then same thing with over here. There will be, this little cap will be right here. There'll be a little small indentation where you pull it out. Again. Next thing we got going on here is on this door we have a 10mm bolt. Alright, so sorry about that. That last one broke on me. So here we go. Going to remove this bolt. With this little pick right here, we're going to go ahead inside the door handle, and there is going to be another screw behind that. See if you can get a better shot of that in there. You're going to see those two screws. Those are also 10mm bolts. Take these out. Off a little bit there. All right, now we have all the screws are off now. So basically what we need to do is go around this door right here, and we're gonna slowly pull away the panel from the door. And you can start by pulling on right here, and then what you're gonna do is slowly pull away on these plastics here. This one also pops off right here. And then you just lift up and away. Now behind here on the door panel, you have a couple clips that you're going to undo. And actually, if you take the door panel off and you lift this off right here, you will be able to unhook the control panel here for the windows and locks, mirrors, all that fancy stuff. So to release this, you have these little, I don't know if you can zoom in on there. Can you look in on there closer, son? If you see these pins right here, you see where my finger's at? That right there, you're going to push that in. And that right there is going to allow that to come out. That little ball should fall out of that socket there. I like to call it a moisture barrier. It might be something else to someone else, but that's what I call it. So as you can see, when we push the button, you can see that cable flex, and you can hear kind of a grinding noise. And that's all it does. It does not bring the window up or down. So we know that our cable has snapped there. Alright, so Emiliano here is going to go ahead and start by unloosening all these bolts that we need to get to. So first one you have right here is on your right side. Alright, second one's going to be here on your left side. There's one on the bottom here, one on the other side here on the bottom. You're going to have one for the motor there. As you can see, these have a little cutout right here at the top, so you won't have to pull them out completely, but you will have to loosen them enough so you can have some play there to move the window out, or the track out, I should say. Right down here, you will have to remove these completely, and remember, you will have to use this hardware because the new window regulator does not come with new hardware. Alright, so this one is requiring a little more strength, so we're going to go ahead and use our impact here. There we go. One screw down. There we go. So in the event that your window has gotten stuck in the down position, you will see at the bottom of the glass there is a bolt that kind of squeezes on the window there. So we'll have to remove those two bolts There's one on the left, and of course one down here on the right side. If you can see it through there, we're going to go ahead and get in there with a ratchet and remove those 2 bolts right now. So while we have our awesome assistant Miguel holding our window up, we're going to go ahead and remove these 2. All right, so now see if you have small arms like my son here, you can actually sneak your arm down this pocket here and start unloosening that bolt. So son, go ahead and get that for us. Window. And what we're going to do actually is pull out the window slowly and pull it out just enough there to what we're going to do is set something in here, wedge something in here, so we can keep that window up without having to remove it off of the track itself. All right, guys. Something that works real well there is maybe a piece of cardboard, fold it in half just to hold it up. All right, so a little piece of cardboard from the box that the new part came in actually goes pretty well right there. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna lift these out of here. As you can see, this one right here coming out. Now this one over here, follow me here, it's gonna come out like this. Now that gives us plenty of room to move this around. Now since it's not hooked to anything besides this, which I forgot to unhook, just stay with me. This has these little safety tabs here, so with vibration and driving around, it does not come off. So once you have that off, set that off to the side. You're going to kind of squeeze this in a little bit. You will collapse this part with the motor down first. Bring that down. And same with the other part, all right? So you're going to yank this out right here, and we're going to set it right over. You can see this is our old part. You can see right here clearly where the cable got frayed after so many operations up and down. It just went bad. By the way, this part was only, the new part was only $75 at the AutoZone. You might be lucky and find a 20% coupon on there if you go online. But yeah, AutoZone's pretty awesome. So with this part, that's done. Right over here, we have our assistant Miguel with the new part. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in. We have our assistant Miguel with the new part. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in. So like I said before, this does not come with hardware, but check it out. It does come with 2 little screws for the top ones. You can choose to use the old ones or just use the new ones. But for right now, let's go ahead and put this in. So first what we're going to do is take it as like it is right here. I'm going to flip it this way. I'm going to slide it in. And we're going to do the same with this one. You have plenty of flex on this cable, so don't worry about breaking it. Just try to do it as careful as possible. You're going to bring this part back up here. And you're also going to bring this part up as well. You might have to be careful there and move it around till it sits nicely. What we're going to do here is find the exact same mounting holes that it came out of. And if you bring the camera up here, son, we can show them that right here, this is, back it up a little bit. We're going to go right in here and set that down there. Now that's not going to move on us. We're going to come over here and do the same thing on the other side. Right there, we're going to set that down. Now we know that's in place. We can go down here now and line these bolt holes that are at the bottom. So if you can get a right here, this bolt hole, or this bolt is going to go through this hole right here on the door panel. Back this up, son. Right here, and we're going to mount it right through there. All right. Now we have our old screws. Those you will have to use. And I have these right here that are your old bolts. Go ahead and put those in there just so it doesn't move around on you. And same thing on this side. You're going to come over here and you're going to line up. You see that bolt there? It's going to go right through the door panel hole. You're going to go ahead and tighten it down just a bit, just enough there. And we also have 2 more screws that came out of the actual motor assembly. Alright, so you have these smaller screws right here. These are the ones that you're going to put in right here. So you have this one right here that attaches to the motor itself. Then you have another one. You have another one here that attaches to this track. This is the track that where the window goes up and down. So you want them kind of loose because remember, you still have to bolt the bottom of the track to the actual window. So what we're going to do here in just a minute is we're going to hook up the control panel for the window switch again. We're going to roll down the regulator here and get it to sit down on the little tracks, and we'll show you that in just a second. Alright, so here's the front part of the mounting. So you can see that there's a little play on that screw there because it's loose. So what I'm going to do is with the switch here, I'm going to roll that window up. Rubber part here, go right into the glass. You can get in there. Alright, so that's all the way up there. We're going to look at it at the other side. Make sure it's all good. Right here. Want to get in there. Make sure it's all good. Looks pretty good. Let's get a shot so we can show our viewers from the bottom of what it looks like. Trying to get that camera in there for you guys good. Looks to be sitting in there pretty well. Alright. So now that we have that in place, what we're going to do, I'm going to tighten it down just a little bit. And this is just enough to hold the glass in place so it's not going to fall down on us, even though we have that little wedge of cardboard there. Just make sure you guys don't over tighten this. Don't want nothing going wrong with that. So back here on the back part of the door, again, you're going to tighten this down just enough till you feel some tension on it. I'm going to go ahead and tighten down these screws, these bolts. We got these 2 bottom ones. Alright. We have these other 2 here. This one is for the motor. This one. Perfect. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go back up here. We're going to remove our little piece of handy cardboard. And this should allow our window to roll down. And then you are, ladies and gentlemen, a successful window motor regulator. All right, cool, guys. So you're at the point here. You got to get all this back together. So now what we're going to do, go ahead and lift this right here. We're going to go ahead and run all our wires through here, through these holes here. And remember that you also have this one to run through the door. Alright. You got your door here. You want to run. First thing you want to do actually is reconnect the little ball right here. This little ball is going to go in this socket right here. I'm going to stretch this out just far enough. You guys can see that. Stretch it out far enough to where it goes over here, and that clips there. Now be careful with these. These are a little brittle. You might have to go down to the dealership and get some of these if you break these. So just be careful. You don't want to cause an extra step. So these all right here are labeled. It's kind of nice. They say gray on there, so you just follow all your harness colors. Now we have the main harness that's going to go right back there. Get your brown here. Get your white. Now, I wouldn't put it down all the way yet because you might have to move something around and it'll be a lot easier if that's not down yet. Alright, so if you look right here, this is your door pin here for your lock. You want to make sure that that's up because you're going to have to sneak it through here and make sure that you can put the plastic rod back on there. So you're going to take this right here, has a lip on the back, it hooks to the top of the door. Again, you just want to be careful and make sure that the prop rod for the door lock is there in place. Now you're going to go right here, and then this hooks to the top of the door like this. And then at the bottom of the door, all around the door, you have your retainer clips that you're just going to push on until it locks in place. Might have to give it a little bit of a tap there to make sure that they're all good. Go. You got this little trim piece right here. Closes that back up. All right. And now, since you know that everything's sitting in there nice and pretty, you go ahead and put this down. That clips back into place. Like I said, you have these 2 bolts right here. 2 bolts are going to go right here. That's for your door handle. And then, of course, you have one more left. That's going to go right up here above your door handle. We'll go ahead and tighten these down, and we'll finish this up.
Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so that you never miss a video.